I'm just checking my sound because last time I did a live, I deleted it because I sounded like a robot. So I've just changed my microphone. So let's hope it comes on all right. I'm going to just double check on my own Facebook just to see if I'm coming up live properly, just with my sound. So if you do see me on here, and there's no one there yet, so let's just check. Okay, so I'm just going to check my sound on my own Facebook just to see if I'm coming up. Okay. Oh yes. Hello. Facebook just to see if I'm coming up. Yeah, so I'll just turn that down because I did. Yeah, so okay, we've got say hello. How are you? Hello. So I'm just going to stop my sound on here because I can hear myself. Turn that off. So I'm just going to stop my sound on here. So I am. There we go. Yeah, so good. I am on here live. I am just here just to talk about my what's going on in the world a little bit, about healing, about different options of helping and supporting physical health conditions and mental health conditions. What we've got coming up with September. We're on September the 1st now. So in element medicine, we have 9 months. We've just turned into the yin. And this means, I mean, we can feel the weather sort of shift, can't we? So we had the 9 months of yin. It's actually, with my research, my discoveries, is it replicates the 9 months of the pregnancy. And then we have 3 months of yang. And these patterns of 3 and 6 and 9 and 12 and 24 correlate to a lot of healing and a lot of how physics works in nature. And so we haven't really lived like this properly on Earth to do with the frequency and the shifts and the patterns, because we've just been living a different way of how we've been told to, you know. So I'm just doing these videos to help and support. So really is a good idea for us to get prepared to go into our yin, which is our emotional body, get ready for the next 9 months. And it tends to be, there's going to be a lot of healing coming. And we have new waves from the earth of healing coming, and it's how to proceed with detoxing, really, how to deal with our frequency shifting on the earth realm and how we are awakening. So the Great Awakening means our cells are awoken. This started happening about 10 years ago on the planet. And in physics, it means this is why we have these conditions coming up to the surface. And when we have conditions coming up to the surface, we need to express them. And we express them physically. But another way to express a disease and conditions is to understand what emotion is underneath. Everything is frequency. We are all cells and we're all physics. And expression is the dark matter that lies between the body and the nucleus, whether it be us, the cell, or the planet. And these stars and up there, it works the same. It's just on a bigger, massive scale. And it's this what we can't see, the dark matter. And this is emotional frequency. And it's what we're all going to be tapping into as we awaken. But I discovered over the last few years, this is what actually acupuncture taps into is frequency medicine. And it's what was shut off thousands and thousands of years ago due to a trauma much bigger than us, a trauma actually to the planet. And so this is the waking up of all of our cells. And we are advised, even before what's happened on the earth in the last few years, it's been, you can look into lots of, I'm thinking of Louise Hay. She's got a great book. She's not with us now, but unfortunately, blessed, but she had a book that did energy medicine, for example, and underneath every physical condition lies an emotion. So actually, and this is what I've learned through, I did my amateur degree and then discovered that every human really has a depth feeling that they don't feel good enough. I did NLP, CBT, and lots of addiction training, worked in this field for a very long time. And then underneath these physical conditions, including physical ailments, diseases, addictions, all of these things becomes an emotional frequency that's stored in our body that's normally to do with some sort of trauma. Number one, not feeling good enough is a humanity all over us. And then we have stories in past lives and this life. And when we release these emotions, we don't have any physical conditions, and we clear detoxing symptoms. Vice versa, if we actually get into detoxing and cleansing, we can then enter also the stored memories in our cells, in our DNA. And what lies in our DNA is huge amount all the way back. So we have this life, we have inner child work, we have shadow work, and then we go back into past lives, and then when we go back to that, we go back to the earth and the trauma that goes within the planet and the galaxy, which happened thousands of years ago before the pyramids were built. And the pyramids being that shut off from the planet, actually, in the lost civilization of humanity. Oh gosh, sorry, my computer went totally black and I thought that I run out of battery, but it's fine, I'm all charged up. So I can see now. But so I'm doing a course online. I work one-on-one with people. I've been doing, I'm a trauma specialist with a medical degree in acupuncture. I've been working with patients for a very long time, and with trauma, and now I have an online course so I can work with people at a distance and I can work with more people at once. And I have a podcast out which will help people understand what's going on. When we read and we have wisdom and knowledge about what's going on in the world, the information can go to ourselves, which helps to wake up, which helps us have this feeling of security of what's going on. And this information I channel from Arcturian High Council, the Galactic Federation, and the higher frequencies coming in. So I've done these platforms to help people in a free way, and then to help people in a larger scale for me as well, and a lower cost way, as well as working one-on-one, which I've been doing for a while now. So I'm starting my first online course on Tuesday. So have a look on my website, rowenahumphreys.uk, if need be, and if not, then have a look on my YouTube channel and my podcast on Spotify called Heal and Hope. So if you have a look on these channels, and these are there to help any physical conditions, any wondering about what's going on in the world, what does this awakening mean, or what's the pandemic, what's been going on. I'm not going to use the other word because I kept getting deleted, that's why I'm not doing that. So a lot of my videos are getting So, but to have a look on these, this is information about healing, which is what is happening. Okay, so it's like an inside out healing, but we have been so programmed and used to healing outside in, just with an outside in form of medicine. There is no wrong or right. I'm not here to argue black and white, but there we do need new ways, as we can see what is going on. And if this is resonant with you or somebody you know, someone where things aren't working very well, and physical conditions or mental health conditions, then these things work. I've used them myself, and I needed to, and I've been doing it for a long time with patients, etc. And we have a good few years of things that have been going on. So this is why I'm putting this out on all these platforms. And I'm really hoping that, I think my audio is working. I had a speaker microphone, and so my other videos sounded very strange. So I'm hoping this has gone out nice and clear. I will be doing another one again. This should be on all of my platforms. And yeah, this is really just to support people that are having a lot of changes, a lot of shifts in the world, and the things that are going to start falling apart. We can see the system starting to change and fall apart. There's big queues for the NHS, and there's conditions where doctors don't know what's happening. This is awakening. This will be great. It is great when you know what's going on. So it's a fear of understanding, it's fear of the unknown, fear of the darkness, fear of the subconscious and what's going on. This civilization has been closed off for a very, very long time, for thousands of years. I researched this for 10, 15 years now because of my own conditions and my own survival as well from physical conditions and mental health conditions. And so my tools and my knowledge and my wisdom come from other sources now, spiritually as well, but they come from the work I've used for myself and my patients. So this is here, and is here to share for people who are struggling. So one of my pages has just gone down, so I'm practicing on this new streaming so I can just stream on all these platforms. So if there's a little bit of errors, I'm going to tweak it. Obviously, one just said it's not working. But so the reason for me to put this out there is to really help, as I know, is the earth realm needs as many cells to heal and vibrate well, and we have to go through and heal through the darkness to get to that place. This high vibration comes from the inside of the soul when the DNA is shifted from trauma, and then it vibrates back. So the trauma vibration from the DNA has been coming down from humanity for thousands of years, but it comes down like this. It's like an electrical frequency here, and then when we process it, when we feel it, it switches back on. Okay, and then this vibration goes all the way back down. This is called the lineage, and like back down to the ancestors and back down to past generations, and we go back down because these souls are they're on the other side, and it goes down to the earth plane, and then we all heal and the vibration of the earth changes. This goes quite big, and it goes even into the war of the galaxy, which if you look into this is quite interesting actually. But if you're not aware of all of this, don't worry. All these videos are to help you if you're having conditions and you want to heal them or feel better. Any pain, there's tiredness, there's menopause, there's anxiety, there's depression, there's abuse issues, there's young suicide behavior, there's anger coming up and rising in people. This is all toxins and all to do with healing coming up to the surface. We can see it outside in the real world, and there is time for looking at different ways to heal it, because the system is struggling as well to solve these problems. I'm coming on here because I've had some of these problems over my duration of my life, and I had to find different ways to heal, to resolve these problems, and I found ways. So I'm not, so I'm sharing these tools and information as well, and I've got to a space now where spiritually I do channel information from Arcturan especially, and this can help as well. This can help us know and understand what's going on in the world, because when we have an understanding, we have faith, we have hope, there is the fear of the unknown, is the fear of the biggest thing that can make us ill. It's okay to be ill if you know what's going on, and actually being ill is healing. Being a certain illness is your body saying, hello, can you have a little look at me, please? I would like some love, please take care of me. And then you have to take care of your system or your situation and change different things. So I'm hoping this little video works without me sounding like a robot. So I'm going to just check out now and just check that streamings work, and I will be back on tomorrow. If anyone needs help, like I say, tune into my podcast, which is for free information to help. There's free information of how to clear the liver, which is trauma and detox, which is free. The podcast for easy listening, and there's some on YouTube, and I'm also doing like an online course with groups of people, so it's at a cheaper price, like 6 weeks for 120. And that means once a week healing, and then once a week question and answer, so I can give you live information about how to deal with panic attacks, breathing techniques. My computer's gone again. Okay. And how to flush different organs, how to deal with different emotions arising up to the surface, and how to deal with physical conditions as well. So I hope this helps. Lots of love, and I will speak to you soon, hoping this is all